problems of Northern Ireland and the solutions that are needed under Brexit, what do you think the upshot of the negotiations will be from phase one? Is there a special scenario that can be envisaged for Ireland and Northern Ireland?
Well, coming from a Scottish perspective, we're very close to Ireland, north and south. We want to help our colleagues and friends and family, indeed, on the island of Ireland. So it is absolutely scandalous the extent to which Northern Ireland has not had the attention from the London government that it needs, because the issues about the Irish border are real and are genuine, and the peace process remains a fragile thing. So we're very much supportive of discussions about a special status, about solutions, concrete examples. So in terms of phase one of the negotiations, it is quite clear that sufficient progress has not been made, entirely because there has not been sufficient engagement from the UK government. So we need to see them really pull their socks up and really take this seriously and engage much more, because the solutions can be found, but there needs to be a political will to find them.
Scotland and Northern Ireland have had very close links for centuries. What about the east-west links? Some are concerned that if there's a special solution that's found for Northern Ireland, Scotland will somehow, there will be a barrier between Scotland and Northern Ireland that will damage that relationship.
Well, there's a series of knock-on implications to solving one problem. You create another one, to create another one, to create another one. The fact is, Brexit wasn't properly thought through by the people who actually wanted to see it happen. And the people of Northern Ireland, the people of Scotland, voted to remain within the EU. So my starting point is that we want to remain. And I think that works for Northern Ireland as well as it works for ourselves. But in order to solve, exactly as you say, the border in Northern Ireland, you then create an issue with the border being elsewhere. Because how can you have freedom of movement into one part of the UK, which has a common travel area, but not the rest? So there's all sorts of real-world implications that are going to have real effects on people's lives in terms of moving about and travelling, people's families, people's jobs, that haven't been taken sufficiently seriously. So the piece of work that's been launched today, the legal opinion about the special status, is a really good bit of work that allows some granular discussion about what's going forward. And from Scotland, we're very keen to find solutions to this. But obviously, the biggest solution is that we find a way to remain within the single market as the UK as a whole. That would, in itself, solve a lot of these problems. But that's then a political argument with the Tories.
There is concern growing in the UK that there will be a no deal at the end of these negotiations. And concern is certainly arising in EU institutions as well, that is a very real possibility now. Do you think the SNP, Labour, Conservative MPs in the House of Parliament have enough force to circumvent that? And would you like to see Sinn Féin, who organised this event today, take their seats in Westminster to help your case?
Well, this is entirely a political argument about the nihilism that has taken root at the heart of the Conservative Party. And these are people who, however you define the national interest, and I'm sure Sinn Féin, I'm sure the SNP, and I'm sure the Tories would define the national interest differently, but however you define it, the Tories are not taking it seriously right now. So this is a government that must be saved from itself. This is a government that badly needs some good ideas, badly needs some intellectual rigour, badly needs some leadership. And I think there is a coalition forming that is helping to get the debate in that discussion. Sinn Féin clearly is an important part of the discussion within Northern Ireland. They stood on an abstentionist platform, and that's up to them. But there is an arithmetic reality at Westminster that is a fluid situation. So I think there's a coalition that, certainly from our part, we will use every lever at our disposal to assist in finding solutions on this.